Hey everyone, welcome to That's Good Denver. I'm your host Chris Romeo, and today I'll be breaking down the last two Broncos games between the Chargers 2 weeks ago and the Chiefs game last week. And the Broncos unfortunately lost both of those games, kind of expected. You know, to finish their season 7-10, last place in the AFC West. I mean, it wasn't a bad year for us, but it stinks that we lost our final four games, because our offense couldn't really do anything. Um, so to start with the Chargers game, our defense didn't really play that well. Justin Herbert had a really good game, put up 34 points. We lost 34-13. And our offense, couldn't do anything. And that was that was probably one of our worst games this year, so I barely even remember that game. Um, our second game, I remember a little more against the Chiefs. We played them close, lost 28-24, and I went to that game, actually. I went to Denver last week to watch the Kings and Nuggets game. Nuggets won, and I watched the Broncos game, the Chiefs-Broncos, and we lost in heartbreaking fashion. I thought we were going to win that game. Melvin Gordon's fumble at the end was pretty big and returned it for a touchdown. But anyway, start the game. Chiefs get an opening drive touchdown to Travis Kelce wide open in the end zone. Chiefs go up 7-0 to start the game 5 minutes ago in the first quarter. Then we get a drive of our own. We get lucky on a roughing the kicker penalty. We drive it down the field, and Drew Lock from second and goal from the 6-yard line has a rushing touchdown, runs it in. Broncos tie the game 7-7. Then Chiefs drive it a little bit down the field, but they don't score any points because Shelby Harris comes up with a big sack, pushes the Chiefs out of field goal range, and then they punt the ball. Shelby Harris had a really good year, I think. Had some big key sacks for us. So we get the ball back. And then later in the second quarter, we put a drive together, hit Tim Patrick on a couple passes. Tim Patrick had a really good year, too, by far our best receiver on the Broncos. We drive it down the field on a 3rd down and 4 from the 22-yard line. Drew Lock drops back to pass, sees nobody open, runs the ball, runs it in for a rushing touchdown. That was the second rushing touchdown of the game. Broncos take their first lead of the game, 14-7. Then the Chiefs drive it down the field, tack on a field goal before the end of the half. We go into halftime up 14-10. Opening drive of the third quarter, Chiefs have the ball. They drive it down the field methodically, and they score a touchdown with 9 minutes to go. I think that touchdown was to Pringle, Tyrell Pringle, what his first name is, for the Chiefs. Cuts a move and goes up 17-14. We get the ball back and drive it down the field. Melvin Gordon has a 36-yard rushing touchdown. Cuts it to his left and has nothing but green grass in front of him. Broncos take a lead back 21-17. And then the game starts getting intense. Chiefs drive it down the field later in the third quarter. They tack on a field goal to cut the Broncos lead to 21-20 before the end of the that was the beginning of fourth quarter. So we get the ball, we drive it down the field, we hit Tim Patrick, hit Cortland Sutton on a good pass. Drew Lock actually had a good game. He played well this game. Didn't have any touchdown passes, but he ran the ball well, hit some big throws. Then we get it 2nd and 4, about the 12-yard line. Melvin Gordon gets hit in the backfield right away, fumbles the ball. Somebody on the Chiefs picks it up, takes it 90 yards for a touchdown. Chiefs take the lead 26-21. Patrick Mahomes gets a rushing touchdown to put the Chiefs up 28-21. We have the ball 6 minutes to go. Driving the ball down the field. We hit Tim Patrick on a wide open pass. Gets us to the Chiefs 40-yard line. And a couple of good runs. And on 4th down and 9 from about the 19, surprisingly, we decided to kick a field goal. I think we should have went for it on 4th down there because they were the last chance. Only like 4 minutes to go at this point. but we tack on a field goal, and then the Chiefs drive it down the field. We had one last chance to stop them, 3rd and 4 with 2 minutes to go. And the Chiefs pick up a first down to Travis Kelce, and that was the end of the game. Broncos lose 28-24. Um, I mean, we fought hard in that Chiefs game. The Drew Lock played well. It was exciting to see that game in person. It was on ESPN and stuff. The very next day, Pat Shurmer and Vic Fangio both got fired. So I mean, I'm glad Pat Shurmer got fired. He was a pretty bad offensive coordinator. Vic Fangio getting fired, I mean, probably about expected, I would say. This is his 3rd year, and he had a combined record, I'm pretty sure, 19-30. So yeah, I'll have to find a new head coach. Hopefully, a good head coach that can turn this thing around, turn our offensive around. Because we have the pieces on offense. We have Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick. Tim Patrick, our best receiver. Jerry Jeudy didn't catch a touchdown all year, which he's supposed to be one of our best receivers. And then, yeah, we got 2 good running backs in the backfield. I mean, Melvin Gordon, he needs to improve on his fumbling. He's fumbled a lot this year. Javonte Williams is so good at breaking tackles. He's the future for our team. And we got one of the best defenses, I think, in the league. Pat Surtain had a great year. We had, Bradley Chubb, who's filled in good for Von Miller. We had Shelby Harris, who had a really good year. And, some other pieces that filled in good for Von Miller, this season. So, 7-10, I'm going to do a breakdown video in a little bit. A playoff prediction video in a little bit. That, and I'm going to do some reaction videos to the NFL. And I'm also going to try to maybe do some recap videos for the Nuggets coming up for their season. They're number 6 seed in the West, so hopefully they can, keep things rolling and hopefully get healthy, Jamal Murray, maybe Michael Porter Jr., but hopefully Jamal Murray. Yeah, that's it for everybody. Broncos went 7-10. That's 2 more wins than last year. Hopefully it can keep going in the right direction. I mean, hopefully our offense gets better. So we can have a good future ahead of us. Not really the outcome I wanted at a 7-10 season, but you got to think about it's a little better than last year, to look more positively. But anyways, that's it, everybody. I'm Chris Romeo, and that's good Denver.